This is a really quick tutorial on how to sift through a lot of papers and read the articles that you're interested in faster. I'm going to assume that you know what RSS is and how it works. If you don't, there are a couple of links in the sidebar that can help you out. I want to introduce, or at least for some perhaps reintroduce, two tools that I think are helpful. If you want to use them, that's great, and if you don't want to use them, that's fine too. If you're happy with what you got, that's cool. The first tool is CiteULike. And I'll show you how it works. Let's say, for example, I come across a paper that looks really cool that I want to sort of incorporate in a library. Perhaps one way of doing that is I would save the PDF, I download the PDF and put it away in a folder somewhere for later. Another way is that I grab the author and the name of the article and the journal, and I save it all into an EndNote database, and I keep that database. I think the problem with these approaches is A, they're too slow, and B, they're not very portable. You can't sort of incorporate it into your workflow, and you can't access that data from elsewhere. If you happen to leave your EndNote file on a USB stick at home, for example, and you really want to add some stuff to it, or if you're overseas and you don't have your laptop with you, you're on someone else's computer, things like that. So this is where CiteULike really comes into its own. This fungal pathology paper looks really interesting. I've got some good names on there. So I'll probably want to keep this. All I have to do is click this post to CiteULike link. So this is a bookmarklet that I've just dragged up. It's super easy to get. And what CiteULike does is it scrapes the document for all the relevant data. So the title, when it's published, the abstract. So I've got the full abstract here. I can tag it with things like that to help me search and find things. And this by default goes into my library. I can also post it to the ACNFP library, which is a library that I've set up. It's a private library, so you can only get invite access to it, and if you would like access to it, just email me. If you would like to contribute to the ACNFP communal library, you can do that with a CiteULike account and an invitation. I can also add notes. And I can make that note private. I can also attach a PDF if I have a PDF document, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I just post article and get back to reading it. So there you go. Like 5 seconds, and I'm back reading the article, and all that data's been saved away. You can also use this to, when you post the article, you can also send it to other people if they have CiteULike accounts. And so, for example, if I thought this article was particularly relevant to the work that James was doing, or if I thought it was particularly relevant to the work that Aiko was doing, I can easily notify them that I think that this is something that they should be reading. So that's super easy. This is what CiteULike home looks like when you're at citeulike.org. If we just refresh that, you'll see that Dothidiomycete plant instructions is in my library. It's the most recent added thing to my library. Another really important feature of CiteULike, I think, is the recommendation engine. Because CiteULike has a huge network of people posting a lot of articles, people who read articles, like the articles that you read, probably in the same field, and the stuff that they read are probably of interest to you. So, for example, there's a genome biology paper here that these people wrote, and the people who read similar articles to me have posted this, and so CiteULike suggests that this is something that I'm perhaps interested in. I can just add this to my library, add tags, add it to the ACNFP library, and copy the article to my library. If I want to check it out first, all I have to do is click on the DOI link, and because I'm on the network, on the Murdoch network, it should, if we have a subscription to it, it'll automatically give us the full article. This is a free publication, I think, anyway. So I can read it, post it using the bookmarklet here, or post it from within CiteULike. But that's all pretty boring. I wanted to show you that's what CiteULike is, and I think it's a really good way to share articles and to keep track of articles that are important to you and the people you work with. The second tool that I wanted to show you was, actually this bookmarklet up here, It's really easy to get. It's just a browser button. So you can go into browser button here and you just literally, I'll just delete that. All it does, install procedure, is just dragging this, dragging this. It's up here, except it's not working because of the screen capture software that I'm using. That's annoying. But it's you just drag it onto the bookmark that's here, and it should work, but it doesn't today. So that's CiteULike. The second tool that I want to show you is Google Reader. Google Reader is an RSS reader. Grab those links if in the sidebar up in the corner here if you need some more information about that. But let's say I want to keep up to date with what Plant Cell's publishing. All articles will have all publications will have an RSS feed, and I just want the current RSS feed. So whenever Plant Cell publishes papers, I will get notified through Google Reader. Now, Google Reader is something that I like, but because RSS is a format and not necessarily locked into Google, you can read RSS with other readers like Yahoo or Bloglines or a bunch of other things. I'm going to add it to Google Reader. So now I've already read all the current issue of Plant Cell, but if I hadn't read, they would appear like this. And I can just burn through these really quickly. If I, for example, find an article that I think is would be important for me to have in my library, or something that I want to read or read later, what I can do is just send this to CiteULike. What that does again is CiteULike scrapes the document for all the important information. I can add tags. If I wanted to recommend this to Christian, for example, I can just type in, and if he has a CiteULike account and he's in my network or I have a connection to him, it would automatically recommend it to him for reading. I can add tags, notes, just like we've seen before, and post the article. If I want to read the article now, I can just click on the link here, or any of these links, and read the article. Now, for example, if James or any of Christian or Eva has a CiteULike account, then I'm interested in keeping up to date with what they're reading, not just the stuff that they're posting to the ACNP communal library. For example, Jason Sijic is a fungal pathology guy. Let's see, I'm in keeping up with what he's reading. I can just subscribe to the RSS feed from CiteULike through Google Reader. And now whenever Jason posts something that to his CiteULike account, it'll appear in my RSS reader here. So you can see I've got 9 unread items, which are probably just Jason's articles here because I've just subscribed. I can go through them, and I can, if I see something I like, I can send it to my own CiteULike library, or I can email it to somebody. Let's say I won't send that to Richard. And so you can burn through things really quickly. I hope this has helped. There are a bunch of other features that I haven't covered here, probably things that I don't even know about, but I think it's a really good way to manage your library and keep track of what you're reading, keep track of what other people are reading, recommend articles to other people, and to discover articles that you wouldn't necessarily read otherwise through the recommendation engines. Google Reader is also accessible from anywhere. Anywhere I have an internet connection, I can read this. I just log in. I can read it from home, from work, from my phone, from a friend's computer, internationally if I'm at a internet cafe, whatever. I think it's a really good way to do it. If you have any questions, just leave a comment at the bottom of the page, or email me, or see me at work. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next time.